Hello, and welcome to the third installment in my ongoing video series entitled Through My Eyes. For those of you who are new to the series or who may be just joining me for the first time in watching this video, Through My Eyes is a series on how I, as a visually impaired person, navigate a world that is very much designed for people with full sight. My first in the series was just an introduction. I kind of described how the series was going to work and and sort of what it was going to involve in the format. And so if you would like to get a more full sense of what the series involves, go check out the introduction and then come back to this video. The second installment of this series involved introducing the notion of adaptive technology, which is basically technology that allows people with disabilities, as well as certainly visually impaired people, to more easily navigate their world. And in that in the second installment, I introduced how I, as a blind person, can use my cell phone. As you know, cell phones have very visual screens anymore, and I showed how I used adaptive technology to navigate my cell phone. In this installment of Through My Eyes, I'm going to be introducing you to a little device. Well, I guess it's not so little exactly, but a device known as a closed-circuit television. Now, as you can probably see, a closed-circuit television basically involves some kind of monitor, like a video VJ monitor or a TV screen. In this case, it's a TV monitor that hooks up to a camera device. There's a lens under here, and you have, as you can see, you have buttons here on the front. That in it of itself attaches to a tray table that moves on an XY axis. And so that's the basic layout. And you can probably tell there's some lights under the camera as well that illuminate this tray table. And so you're probably wondering what it does. What's the benefit of this? Well, basically what a CCTV does for a person with low vision, which means a person who can read printed material, or who can see certain shapes or see colors, is when you put like say a book under here on this tray table, what will show up on the screen will be a magnified version of that text. Now this CCTV not only works to magnify like text and books, but it also basically can magnify anything you put under it. Say you put, I don't know, a box of something you cooked, like maybe a box of chicken tenders or something under it, and you want to see how to cook them. You just put that under here. It doesn't make a difference. Whatever you want to put under here that will fit, and it'll magnify the whatever you put under there. And there are also some other capabilities. You can change the contrast of what appears on the screen, so you can make the words bolder and the background less pronounced. Or you can invert the color, which means if you have a text under there that has a white background and black text, you can invert the color so that on the screen it appears like you're reading white text on a black background. And for me, that's actually the best way to read the text. It's easier on my eyes, it's less of an eye strain. And you also have different levels of magnification that can be achieved through this little dial here. You can go up to, I don't know the exact number, but you can have it to where basically a letter fills an entire screen, like one letter on a standard printed document. And you can have a color view versus just a straight black and white view, which this little slide switch accomplishes. You can alter the focus. Some CCTVs have a manual focus, so it automatically focuses your print whenever you put it under there, but this one's an older model because I'm a skinflint and don't upgrade, cheapskate rather, and so this changes the focus anyway, and this is just the power switch here. And so I'm going to start by putting a book under this CCTV, and I'll show you sort of how I read it and what size I like to read things at, and sort of the settings I like to use, which I've already got set up using these dials and stuff ahead of time. So let me go ahead and grab a book over here. right, so this is the beginning of the Roman historian Tacitus' Annales, or Annals, in Latin. So I have to find the beginning of it. And as you can see, because you have magnified text, you're not able to see the entire book at one time. And so sometimes you have to kind of search, for, like, say if you're looking through your title, you have to kind of move around and search for the beginning of your text and your title and all that. So it can take a bit of time. But in any case, so here is the Annals. So you see Cornelii Taciti of Cornelius Tacitus, Annalium ab excesu Divi Augusti. So let me go ahead and start, and I'll show you how I read. As you're going to see, I'm going to be moving across the text and reading as anyone else would with their eyes, and going back, reading the next line, going back, reading the next line. My vision is such that my visual field, I guess, is such that I can only see 2 or 3 characters at a time. And so no matter what the size of the print, my reading speed is going to be rather slow. It's just the nature of I have about a 30-degree visual field, so it's just the nature of my visual field. In any case, so let's get started with the reading. Starting with the first paragraph here in Tacitus' Annals. So, urbem Romam a principio regis habuere, libertatem et consulatum Lucius Brutus instituit. Dictaturae ad tempus sumebantur, neque decemviralis potestas ultra biennium, neque tribunorum militum consulare ius diu valuit. And so that's the text I was just reading. And you could tell I was reading very slowly. Normally I have the text a little smaller than this, but I just wanted to make sure that people who saw this on their computer screens could actually read what's on the TV screen as well, so I've made it a little larger. Of course, I don't have a standard to be able to tell what fully sighted people can and can't see, because I was born with my visual disability. But I'm hoping you're going to be able to see what I'm going to do now, because I'm going to take the text down to what I can normally see, what size I normally read. I read about there. And so therefore my reading speed is a little quicker that way. So yeah, for instance, Orbem Romam a principio regis habuere, libertatem et consulatum Lucius Brutus instituit, etc. So again, my reading speed is a little quicker if the print is smaller, because I'm able to fit more of the characters into my narrow visual field that I have. I'm able to see a little more characters that way. And so as you can see, the print, well, as you can guess, I don't know if you can actually see the book on here and the print on it, but the print is standard print in this text, and it's white background and black text. But on the screen, as you can tell, the text appears white and the background is black. So that this is what's called inverted color. And so now I'm going to, just by pressing in this little button here, which deals with contrast and color inversion, I'm going to push it in, and then you'll get the normal color of the text, basically. So there you are. This is what the normal text would look like in the book. Although right now I have the black on white versus color setting, which is right here, put on black on white, and so you're getting just a straight white background with the black text. There's no specific color of what the pages are. So now I'm going to introduce color into the equation, as it were. So this is what it would look like in color, as you can see. And so now I'm going to take the print down to what it would normally be, just the normal size.